Exploring the intersection of relationships and minimalism, this narrative delves into how deliberate simplicity can transform the way people connect in modern life. In a world overflowing with distractions, material goods, and endless commitments, the true essence of meaningful connections often becomes obscured by noise. The story begins by examining the evolution of human bonds, emphasizing that genuine relationships require both time and intentional care. By shedding unnecessary weight from our routines, a minimalist approach offers clarity and opens up space for authenticity. Embracing minimalism does not mean rejecting pleasures or comforts. Rather, it encourages the thoughtful selection of what enriches life. This perspective invites a shift in focus from quantity to quality, where each interaction is valued for its depth and honesty. In a culture that constantly pushes for more possessions, more achievements, more social engagements, the narrative offers a refreshing alternative: quality over clutter. The journey ahead illustrates how scaling back the non-essential reveals the beauty and simplicity hidden within everyday connections. It allows for a rediscovery of what truly matters, fostering relationships rooted in understanding, respect, and mutual growth. With a balanced blend of introspection and practical guidance, the ensuing story outlines the philosophical foundations of minimalism while highlighting its tangible benefits in building lasting bonds. The narrative proposes that minimalism, when applied not just to belongings, but also to relationships, can lead to profound personal transformation. As the narrative unfolds, viewers are encouraged to reflect on their own lives, identify what is indispensable, and consider how a minimalist outlook might nurture richer, more intentional human interactions. This journey invites a mindful pause in everyday chaos, urging one to gently discard excess distractions while embracing the elegance of simplicity that illuminates the human spirit, fostering a renewed and heartfelt connection with what truly matters. Now and forever, human relationships form the cornerstone of a fulfilling life, and their evolution reflects the complexity of our societies. Throughout history, bonds among family members, friends, and communities have been essential for survival, growth, and emotional well-being. This narrative examines the ways relationships develop over time, illustrating that every connection is nurtured through shared experiences and mutual understanding. From the simple warmth of a smile exchanged between strangers to the deep, enduring ties of family, every interaction contributes to the intricate mosaic of human connection. Ancient cultures often celebrated communal living and collective well-being, understanding that togetherness could overcome hardship and loneliness. Over the centuries, as civilizations advanced, relationships continued to adapt to changing environments and emerging technologies, yet the basic need for genuine connection remained unaltered. Modern life, with its fast pace and relentless demands, sometimes distances people from the authentic intimacy found in quieter moments. Yet within every community, there lies an opportunity to reconnect with the core values of empathy and care. This narrative emphasizes that meaningful bonds do not require grand gestures, but are built from small, consistent acts of kindness and attention. By recognizing the importance of spending quality time and offering sincere support during times of struggle, individuals have laid the groundwork for deep and lasting relationships. The story of human connection is also a story of resilience. Despite the inevitable challenges and conflicts, the human spirit seeks understanding, forgiveness, and reinvention. In each relationship, there exists the potential to learn, grow, and transform, paving the way for personal empowerment and collective harmony. As the narrative unfolds, it becomes clear that the foundation of every great connection is woven through empathy, trust, and shared hope for a better future. The exploration of these bonds invites a greater appreciation for every relationship, encouraging individuals to cherish both the ordinary and extraordinary moments that contribute to a richer, more connected life. In reflecting upon the diverse experiences that shape each bond, one sees that every smile shared, every hand offered in support, and every moment of quiet understanding adds a unique layer to the tapestry of our lives. These gentle interactions, though seemingly small, combine to form the bedrock of human connection, reinforcing the notion that simplicity and sincerity are the true drivers of enduring relationships. This additional insight reminds everyone that the simplest gestures can have the most lasting impact on our lives and relationships, indeed inspiring. Adopting a minimalist mindset invites an inner revolution where clarity, intent, and focus replace chaos and excess. Minimalism is not solely about decluttering physical space. It is an approach that reshapes priorities and values, encouraging a deeper understanding of what truly matters. Historically, various cultures have embraced the idea that less can be more, finding wisdom in simplicity and moderation. This narrative explores how minimalism influences thought processes and daily habits, urging individuals to assess the true value of their possessions and commitments. The philosophy rests on the principle that by eliminating non-essential elements, the mind becomes freer to appreciate life's inherent beauty and complexity. As this perspective takes root, everyday decisions are transformed into opportunities for growth and reflection, allowing a person to focus on relationships, passions, and personal well-being. A well-considered minimalist lifestyle stresses the importance of quality over quantity in possessions, experiences, and interactions. The narrative reflects on the notion that reducing clutter in one's environment can lead to greater mental clarity, reduced stress, and enhanced creativity. Practical examples include clearing a workspace to improve concentration and simplifying one's schedule to allow more time for meaningful activities. This philosophical shift also acknowledges that minimalism is a journey, one that requires continuous evaluation of one's priorities and occasional recalibration of goals. In this way, the narrative demonstrates that minimalism is not a rigid rule, but rather a flexible framework adaptable to different stages of life. It honors the unique circumstances of each individual while promoting mindfulness, intentionality, and a respect for one's personal space. Through carefully chosen examples and relatable scenarios, the narrative illustrates how minimalism can be integrated into daily life to foster an enriched existence that values depth over superficial abundance. Ultimately, this approach leads to a liberating sense of empowerment and self-discovery. It reveals that when the distractions are removed, a person can connect more genuinely with oneself and others. By turning inward and recognizing the power of simplicity, the narrative affirms that a minimalist lifestyle is not about sacrifice, but about cultivating an environment where the essential is celebrated and the unimportant is left behind. In embracing this clear and purposeful path, individuals learn that every decision to minimize distractions and focus on what is meaningful contributes to a broader transformation in life perspective, ultimately inspiring a more joyful, centered, and fulfilling way to navigate ordinary and extraordinary moments with resolute, warm determination. Indeed, inspiring. Integrating the principles of minimalism into relationships often brings a renewed clarity and depth that transforms everyday interactions. By reducing the extraneous elements that clutter both physical spaces and emotional experiences, the narrative reveals how simplicity fosters more genuine and focused connections. In many instances, individuals discover that by stepping away from unnecessary distractions, such as excessive social media use or overcommitting to numerous engagements, they create room for real conversations, shared silence, and thoughtful presence. This space allows relationships to blossom naturally without the pressure of constant activity or superficial achievements. The narrative paints a picture of life where quality is prioritized over quantity. It illustrates scenarios in which friends meet in a quiet park, families gather around a modest meal, and colleagues collaborate in an uncluttered environment that encourages creativity and thoughtful dialogue. The emphasis is on crafting moments that reflect genuine interest and care, rather than adhering to a schedule packed with every possible obligation. This approach nurtures deeper understanding and mutual respect, turning even mundane interactions into opportunities for lasting connection. Additionally, minimalism in relationships promotes emotional clarity. By letting go of pretense and the need to impress, people are better able to express their true selves. This honest communication creates a safe space where vulnerabilities are shared without fear of judgment. The narrative details how, when both parties commit to stripping away the non-essential, empathy and genuine regard flourish. The result is a dynamic where each individual is seen, understood, and valued, The act of simplifying life becomes a powerful catalyst for enhancing trust and intimacy, reinforcing the idea that sometimes less truly leads to more. Ultimately, the merging of minimalism and relationships brings forth an enriched quality of connection, where every interaction is intentionally crafted and each moment is treasured. It invites everyone to embrace a lifestyle in which the focus is on meaningful exchanges rather than fleeting appearances, forging bonds that are resilient, sincere, and deeply rewarding. By embracing this integrative approach, individuals learn to prioritize moments of authentic interaction over the busyness that often dilutes relationships. Every simplified choice and reduction of clutter, whether in the physical setting or in social commitments, paves the way for clear and heartfelt exchanges that nurture long-term bonds and mutual trust. This harmonious blend of simplicity and connection transforms ordinary moments into lasting memories that enrich lives and inspire future generations. Ultimately, pure simplicity creates a timeless legacy. Transforming the theory of minimalism into practical strategies involves deliberate actions and incremental changes in daily life. This narrative presents a series of actionable steps tailored to help individuals foster deeper, more intentional connections with those they cherish. The journey begins with the practice of mindful communication, where each conversation is approached with full attention and a genuine desire to understand. By setting aside time to listen actively and speak thoughtfully, one can build a foundation of trust and openness. Additionally, simplifying one's schedule by reducing overcommitment allows time to nurture relationships that might otherwise be crowded out by constant busyness. Another effective strategy is the conscious curation of one's environment. Decluttering living and working spaces not only creates physical order, but also sets the stage for mental clarity. When the surroundings are free from unnecessary distractions, the mind is better prepared to absorb and appreciate the subtle nuances of human interaction. The narrative introduces routines, such as designated technology-free periods, encouraging periods of uninterrupted quality time with loved ones. Regularly evaluating personal commitments ensures that energy is invested where it matters most, leaving behind the noise of superficial engagements. The narrative further suggests establishing intentional rituals, whether it be a weekly family meal, a monthly outing with friends, or a quiet moment of reflection with oneself. These rituals serve as anchors that reaffirm the importance of connection in life. Each strategy is presented as a small, manageable step that contributes to a larger, transformative lifestyle change. By embracing minimalism as both a philosophy and a practical tool, individuals are empowered to create relationships that are grounded in authenticity and enriched by presence. In this step-by-step approach, every practical measure, from decluttering personal space to reorganizing daily routines, is depicted as a meaningful investment in human connection. With consistent practice and reflective adjustments, the journey toward a minimalist, relationship-centered life gradually unfolds, offering both immediate benefits and long-term rewards. By adopting these simple yet effective strategies, the process of cultivating meaningful connections becomes an art form rooted in everyday choices. Each deliberate act of simplifying one's lifestyle paves the way for deeper interactions that are both authentic and sustaining. Over time, these small investments in clarity and intent transform relationships into sources of lasting comfort and joy. Such incremental steps, though modest at first, gradually build a profound framework for a life enriched with genuine love and unwavering support beyond all measure. Over the years, numerous individuals have discovered that embracing minimalism can lead to unexpected improvements in the quality of their relationships. Reflective narratives recount moments when simplifying life created space for deeper emotional connections, turning ordinary interactions into milestones of personal growth. The narrative presents several real-life examples where reducing clutter, both in the living environment and in emotional burdens, allowed people to reconnect with their loved ones in more genuine and memorable ways. One story tells of a woman who, by clearing unnecessary possessions from her home, found that she had more time and energy to devote to her family, leading to lasting bonds and a renewed sense of purpose. Another account describes a man who restructured his daily routines, eliminating non-essential commitments so that he could focus on meaningful conversations with friends, resulting in a more satisfying social life. These success stories are woven into the narrative to illustrate that minimalism is not a one-size-fits-all solution, but rather a personalized journey where each individual learns to identify what truly matters. Every narrative emphasizes the importance of self-reflection, where the shedding of excess not only lightens a load, but also liberates the heart to form connections that might otherwise be clouded by distractions. With every example, the narrative reinforces that even small changes can lead to significant improvements in the quality of interactions, transforming relationships into sources of strength and comfort. As viewers consider these real-life testimonies, they are encouraged to envision a life where the balance of simplicity and connection brings about a transformation in both personal well-being and communal harmony. In each story, the impact of minimalism is measured not by dramatic gestures, but through subtle, transformative shifts in daily living. By choosing to eliminate the superfluous and embrace moments of intentional connection, individuals gradually build a lifestyle steeped in clarity, purpose, and mutual support. These reflective narratives offer hope and guidance for anyone seeking to deepen their relationships while lightening their emotional and physical load. In this light, each personal journey toward minimalism becomes a testament to the enduring power of simplicity and heartfelt connection for all time. In concluding this exploration, the narrative reaffirms that merging minimalism with relationships yields a paradigm shift where clarity, intentionality, and authenticity become the guiding principles of life. The journey recounted throughout this discussion reveals that by shedding excess and embracing simplicity, individuals can discover deeper, more satisfying connections that transcend superficial engagements. Every example and strategy discussed underscores the transformative power of living with purpose, where quality interactions replace the burdens of overcommitment and distraction. Such a lifestyle not only simplifies one's daily routines, but also cultivates a nurturing environment in which relationships flourish. The narrative emphasizes that taking deliberate steps to streamline one's life is not about sacrifice, but rather about giving space for what truly matters. By removing the clutter, both material and emotional, the path to genuine connection becomes clearer, allowing room for empathy, understanding, and mutual growth. As each personal story illustrates, the rewards of this approach extend far beyond a tidy living space, into the realms of mental, emotional, and even spiritual well-being. In this new paradigm, minimalism is celebrated as a means to enrich life and elevate human connection. The story invites all who wish to transform their lives to consider the profound impact of living intentionally, where every relationship is seen as a precious opportunity to learn, share, and grow. Embracing such a lifestyle promises not only personal fulfillment, but also the creation of a legacy defined by deep, meaningful bonds, a future where every interaction is imbued with care, respect, and genuine warmth. This concluding reflection encourages a shift in perspective that values enduring connections over transient engagements, inviting all to embrace simplicity as a guiding force for a life of true meaning and heartfelt relationships. May every viewer find inspiration to simplify their world and form connections built on authenticity and respect.